Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we're playing mono white Dawn Control. So Dawn of Hope, our main card in this deck. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 2 to draw a card. Fantastic, love it. We have a full playset of Fountain of Renewal to try to make that happen as often as we can. Then you can pay 4 mana to create a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink. So you can create a lifelink token. You can play this a bunch of times. You can end up drawing cards with those. And if we end up getting, towards late game where we can play multiple creatures, it's so beautiful. On the other side of this deck, we also have Divine Visitation. So we can also use Dawn of Hope to pay 4 mana to create a 4/4 angel anytime we want to, as long as we have the 4 mana, of course. And it's just so good. We also have History of Benalia's in here to kind of get a little bit of extra value with that Divine Visitation, but also to create lots of blockers in the early game. In this deck, we're playing 2 Settle the Wreckages, 3 Cleansing Novas, so a lot of control. The issue with white is that we have a lot of, there's some okay removal in the early turns with Baffling and Silhouette, which we are running, but I felt like it was a little bit better strategy for us to go ahead and start bringing in some other things that are just solid protection games and let us go late game. Knight of Grace, one of those cards. Legion's Landing, kind of our 5th copy of Dawn of Hope, where if we do get to flip it with the creatures that are in this deck, it is a land that can always create an angel for us if we find a Divine Visitation. So kind of the 5th copy of Dawn of Hope, but also creates a token for us and is a threat for early game. So we have History of Benalia's, Knight of Grace, Legion's Landing, Baird, and Lyra's. Those are our only creatures in this deck, and they are very solid creatures. And then we have Dawn of Hope, Divine Visitation, and just a bunch of removal, and great. This deck is just fun to play. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how it goes, and wish me luck. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to fusiongamingonline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. All right, up against Mikey Chatter. Bring it on, Mikey Chatter. And we are playing Dawn Control. Well, we have our Fountain of Renewal. We have Knight of Grace. We're going to keep this. This is kind of more of a creature, like Knights and Angels version of this deck. And which should be pretty good. People don't typically expect this type of deck to be running Cleansing Novas, though, which we are totally fine kind of taking a pause in the game if ever we're losing Cleansing Nova and try to find that Dawn of Hope. If we never find it, though, that's an issue. So we also can use these Fountain of Renewals to crack it, try to find some answers. So there we go. White mana, again, really good for History of Benalia, and we're in a pretty good shape just for beatdown mode, too. So wouldn't mind finding more History of Benalia's, but Dawn of Hope, definitely a really good card to draw into anytime in this deck. All right, Knight of Grace dodges removal of all black stuff, so it does have protection or hexproof from black. And then Fountain of Renewal, which of course is getting us life. I'm just showing you guys what opponent's looking at right now. He's looking at our stuff like, whoa, that's bad. All right, so History of Benalia. Let's go ahead and swing in first, actually. I don't want to give them too much information here. I wasn't sure if this was a Silhouette that we're holding on to. But first strike, have to go to the next one. There we go. History of Benalia coming down. Create another knight for us. His Knight of Grace is a knight as well. Our Baird is not a knight. So it kind of is a little funky in here, but it also slows down opponent very well. There's a cast down. All right. We're wanting to flip this Legion's Landing if we can. Legion's Landing, again, our alternate way to get to Dawn of Hope, right? So let's swing in. Do we want to draw a card here for mana? Getting the life is useful. All right, let's get down Legion's Landing. This gives them more reason to remove our stuff. And this is Esper. All right, pass the turn. Let's see what happens. We possibly can flip Legion's Landing this turn. The biggest issue with Legion's Landing is that it's so hard to flip if we don't do it on this turn in our deck. So it's a little bit funky. After this point, they're probably just going to exile the knight here. They don't really have any value doing anything else, but we absolutely get to kill it. Oh, they do get the Legion's Landing. That's a good call. So we get to kill it. So pass to my turn. Knight of Grace even bigger at the moment. Plains. Let's see here. We want to get in lots of damage. This is 9-10 damage that we can do. Do we go after Kaya or just not even care about it and just go for damage? Kaya's Wrath could be annoying. We don't have as many ways. Well, we do have Ixalan's Bindings. We have a lot of things that can take care of this. So let's go like this. Let's all attack here. I want to get damage to face if we can. Let's just go 1 at Kaya. If they negative now, we get extra value. They basically have to tick up, which next turn we're okay doing that. If they have a Kaya's Wrath, we at least keep it down a little bit lower. They're going to have to take a lot of turns. So we pass the turn, going to crack this Fountain of Renewal. Not going to do it just yet, but on their turn sometime. Let's see, do they have the Kaya's Wrath? That's the question. If they have the Kaya's Wrath here, it is a setback. They're going to have to do it with the Knight of Grace, which is kind of dodges most of their removal. Another great reason to have this. Thought Erasure. All right, go ahead. Thought Erasure. Taking the Lyre Dawnbringer, I'm assuming. Silhouette really not doing much. Maybe they have Thief of Sanity in here. But we get to draw after this Thought Erasure. And, I mean, we have a lot of damage on board here still. Opponent might want to neg here just to make sure the Knight of Grace kind of goes down. Take off 2 points of damage. All right, so they do exile. Yep, get some value with Lyra. Gain 2 life. And let's see. How does this go here? All right, let's go ahead and crack Fountain of Renewal. We're at 4 mana, so Dawn of Hope gets a little bit better at this point. Another Fountain of Renewal. All right, well, this is the issue with playing a bunch of creatures in a control deck. And honestly, we like all the creatures when we are playing this specific kind of matchup where it is control as well. It's nice to be able to take care of Kaya's, take care of everything here, play a Fountain of Renewal. Do we want to go for land here, actually? All right, opponent negates, that's fine. And pass the turn. Thought Erasure doesn't really hit anything good here for them. These are all very dead cards. We're looking for our enchantment removal type cards. But right now, showing lethal, they're digging for answers. They probably just found all their board wipes and can't play them. Oh, man, that's the worst feeling. But it feels great on our side. It feels fantastic. That was good. All right, up against GDW. W, bring it on, W. And we are playing our Dawn control deck. And we haven't found a Dawn of Hope yet. But this is also a good hand, so we're going to keep it. We have Fountain of Renewal. We have Knight of Grace. It's a fantastic start. Play that Fountain of Renewal. Pass the turn. Showing off our mono-white cards down there. Up against Gruul, so I'm assuming it's Gruul stuff. Which Silhouette will be very good against them to an extent. It doesn't hit Gruul Spellbreaker before they hit us, unfortunately. So we're looking for mana for History of Benalia. Branch Walker, bring it on, Senior Walker. All right, Ixalan's Binding really good here. All right, let's go ahead, swing in. See if they forgot what First Strike means. Nope, they didn't. Bummer. All right, next, History of Benalia. So we have so many good removal pieces for Rekindling Phoenix. We have the Ixalan's Binding for this Gruul Spellbreaker. Let's go ahead and say no blocks. We can do enough damage with our stuff to kind of stay in the game here. I think that... let's see here. Another History Benalia. Very good for us. I was hoping for mana there. Maybe I should have blocked with the Branch Walker. Yeah, let's go for another History of Benalia. I mean, that is a solid game plan. No attacks. We probably could have attacked in there, just kind of acting like we had a pump spell. Another Gruul Spellbreaker. Ixalan's Binding looking a whole lot worse. Silhouette looking better for the next turn, though. They did not attack in. All right, grow our guys. Get a flip of Legion's Landing. Play Legion's Landing. And this one we get to hold up Silhouette. Unfortunately, we can't hit the Gruul Spellbreakers on the next turn. But we get to swing in for so much damage here. And they have to answer it because we're going to do it again the next turn. Yeah, blocks, and blocks. Oh, it doesn't block the other one. That's fine. We get to kill 2. Get in for 8. Yep, next. And we can either crack this Fountain of Renewal for land here. or hold up the Silhouette, which doesn't even hit Gruul Spellbreaker. So let's go ahead and crack this. Trying to hit land this turn if we can. Don't find it, but the Settle the Wreckage is definitely useful. Actually, Gruul Spellbreaker, again, an issue for us. So Ixalan's Binding, at least we're going to be able to do that this next turn. Rekindling Phoenix, man. All right, let's go Plains. So Silhouette is a way to get Rekindling Phoenix. So let's go ahead. We need to hit this Gruul Spellbreaker so we have our Settle the Wreckage turn on. I just played Lyra. I meant to play other stuff, but that works. We get in 4 damage if they trade here. Yeah, so 4 damage. They kill 2 knights, but we get to kill a Gruul Spellbreaker along the way. That just basically forced them to kill the Gruul Spellbreaker. Very aggressive, and then we have the Dawn of Hope side on the alternate side of this. I actually meant to play the Ixalan's Binding there. I don't know what happened. I just grabbed the wrong one somehow. All right, Rhythm of the Wild, that's fine. Jade Light Ranger, that's fine. I mean, Settle the Wreckage is pretty solid here too for us. All right, so Llanowar Elves. Yep, Growth Chamber Guardian. All right, so let's just... We actually have lethal. So, Ixalan's Binding. On the Phoenix. Swinging with everything. There we go. All right, that feels so good. Yep, kill that knight. Wait, don't ya? And we will kill you. Again, didn't even see a Dawn of Hope. So our creature side of this definitely having value. And that's actually the side I haven't seen deck testing this at all, is I feel like I've run into a couple of those cards, but we definitely have a decent creature deck with an entire control deck on the side. So pretty solid mono white play there. All right, up against Got Smoked. Bring it on, Got Smoked. All right, play the Plains, pass the turn. Have a pretty awesome hand. We actually have Dawn of Hopes against mono red. Let's see if we're fast enough here. All right, so Dawn of Hope, pass the turn. History of Benalia, going to be a good blocker. Hopefully get us to this Cleansing Nova. And then we Divine Visitation, create Angels every turn. At the same time, though, we might want the Lifelinkers. The Lifelinkers here sometimes are more valuable than the 4/4s against certain decks. And that's the one downside I see with this deck, is that we're trying so hard to get Divine Visitation that sometimes we want it off the board, actually, to just gain some life and draw some cards. But at the same time, creating 4/4s every turn, not a bad game plan. All right, down to 18, down to 17. Yep. All right, History of Benalia. Cleansing Nova is going to be pretty good here. History of Benalia is we're literally just blocking anything that we can. We're trying to get as much removal out of their hand as we can, and should be in pretty good shape here. Land off the top would be great. We've been stuck on 3 mana too many games in a row. I am at 23 lands because it is we all are multicolored, and I guess I need to go up to 24. I think that it would be a little bit more consistent if we did that. All right, so we got rid of 3 points of damage there. Take 3 more though, down to 14. Let's see if we can hit. Well, we need land here, and maybe into Settle the Wreckage. Dawn of Hope is also great with another land. There we go. All right, so now we have Dawn of Hope turned on. And we just pass the turn and let us use this to death. They have the Wizard's Lightning. Gonna fire it off now. Yep, kills the Wizard. That's fine. We get to start gaining life, hopefully, here. Either that or we get to get rid of more removal spells, which is so good. So good. All right, so opponent gonna swing in here, I think. They have other Lava Runners. I mean, we're hoping to get to this Cleansing Nova if we can. Fanatical Firebrand. All right, gets to kill our Dawn of Hope token now. I'm guessing that's what they do here. They swing in for 4. We're still gonna use it. Make him kill the Fanatical Firebrand. We're hoping for land for Cleansing Nova. They are letting us block first. Sweet. All right. Yep, absolutely block. All right, they do kill him now, but we take 2 less damage. They could have done it immediately. They must have just missed that there. Chain Whirler too. All right. Oh, come on. Cleansing Nova. All right, so Knight of Grace can kill the other 2 guys. Dawn of Hope, we probably want to block the Chain Whirler anyway. So let's get out Knight of Grace. And let's just go for a second Dawn of Hope. Just get it out of the hand. Get some... Yeah, I don't know. We're just doing whatever we can to try to win here. We didn't find land there, which makes us really difficult. They can do so much damage here. We have gotten a lot of their removal onto our creatures. And Cleansing Nova is so beautiful here. But we're also, like, really close to death. Down to 3. Half of their cards kill us. But we did find the Cleansing Nova mana. So destroy all creatures. See, and this is the point where I don't think we want to play Divine Visitation right away. We actually, I think I want to just gain life whenever we can. So Mountain, there we go. Fountain of Renewal might change our plans a bit. So Fountain of Renewal. And that's the turn. If they find a bolt off the top, we're dead. Runaway Steamkin. That's not a bolt. It's not a bolt. I'm not sure if you knew this, but it's not a bolt. Okay, gain life. All right, now we are in okay shape. Gain life. Do we want a Divine Visitation here or Cleansing Nova, anything like that? We go to 5. We swing in with this one. If they can grow the Steam, can only get up to 2 mana. But if they have a bolt, then we're dead. So let's draw 1 here. If we find land, it's great. Settle the Wreckage. All right, let's decline on the other one. There we go. There's land. So now we have Settle the Wreckage. And we can create another token. So let's go ahead and swing in, gain life when we can. If they have like a lava runner and they have lethal, showing lethal, we can Settle the Wreckage. We're going to decline both of these. Pass the turn. We would like to get out another token if we can. And just start getting value where we can. All right, so Fanatical Firebrand. Yep, resolves. Resolve. Are they going to kill a soldier here? All right, swings in. Debating if they want to keep this back. All right, let's go ahead. We do let them get lands out, but let's go ahead and Settle the Wreckage. Take care of 2 creatures. We get to start gaining 2 more life this next turn, which gets us pretty far out of range of anything they can do right away. We have another Cleansing Nova. And so now I think we're in okay shape to play this Divine Visitation. So decline. Ixalan's Binding is fantastic. Divine Visitation now. Swing in for 1. We get to gain 2 life every turn. Decline. Yep. Can't play for it. Pass the turn. And oh, we're in such good shape now. So good. We get to draw an extra card next turn. We get to create an Angel and start at least speeding up this clock a little bit for us. And it blocks pretty much any of their creatures. They're top decking, so there's no way they can get it out. The biggest issue is if they find an Experimental Frenzy. That is bad for us. Very bad. All right, let's pay 2 so we can draw 1 this time. All right, History of Benalia. History of Benalia actually is worth paying. So if we found land here, it would be good. But let's go ahead and decline. All right, we did find it. So should have drawn 1 more time. We can still do that. So History of Benalia. Swing in for 1. Down to 17. Yep, get to draw a card. And this is what the deck wants to do. And we did it against Mono Red, which is just so beautiful. Yes! Oh, it's so good. I mean, that was a scary matchup. I mean, if opponent had found the right answers right away, we would have been in trouble. But we did find our land drops, and that's what was important there. All right, that was good. Hooch, huh? Bring it on, Hooch. I don't care who you are. We got this. All right. We're going to keep this on the strength of History of Benalia. And we have 3 lands. That's the important thing. And we have a lot of good stuff. We want to get up to 5 mana with this deck if we can, as soon as possible. So having 3 lands, good way to start and make that happen. All right. Fountain of Renewal. Would have loved that turn 1, but that's not bad. Not too shabby at all. All right, gain some lives for us. Yep. Let's see if they have a counter. History of Benalia's. Baffling End actually pretty good. It does get rid of Enigma Drakes at least. Anticipate's all right. Ixalan's Binding gets rid of stuff so well in this deck. They do have bounce spells. They have dive downs, things like that. But I mean, if this is the Drake's deck, and I'm thinking that this is, then if we get rid of Enigma Drake, that's like half of their creatures. It's pretty powerful. All right, so not finding anything just yet. We're just going to swing in with our creatures, take advantage of this History of Benalia. It is a win condition pretty much all on its own, which is so powerful. Pass the turn. We'll probably just end up cracking this Fountain of Renewal if we absolutely need to, but I'd also like to keep it out for Dawn of Hope if we can. All right, anticipates, looking for some good action. One is, I mean, they need to find a Fiery Cannonade, Deafening Clarion maybe. Which again, like our main win condition isn't this. So Deafening Clarion, that's fine. Totally fine. Yep, pass the turn. Not going to draw right now. Maybe worthwhile, but not going to do it just yet. Let's go ahead and get down the Divine Visitation. Get it onto the board. Now we're looking for something with our Dawn of Hope if we can. Oh man, so good. Everything else that brings creatures, so powerful. But all of these lands, not doing it for me. All right, let's go ahead and crack this now. We need to find something. Opponent has a lot of counters. All right, there's History of Benalia. It probably gets countered here. Totally fine. We want to get those out so we can get down our Dawn of Hope. Dawn of Hope is really our best thing we can find here. Best thing that we can stick and resolve. I'm not sure if this deck would be playing like Invoke the Divine. I'm thinking it's more bounce spells. All right, plays Island. 1,000-Year Storm. Interesting. Ixalan's Binding. We have double Ixalan's Binding. Well, let's just use one. Yep, get you off. That's fine. Take care of that. Pass the turn. If they have an Emisizzle, this is so good. Man, now we find all of our lands. So we're just going to pass the turn. Just going to pass the turn. Ops, yep. Their card advantage here is really bad. Like, that is the biggest issue is I probably ought to bring in Revitalize over some of the creatures just so that we can make sure we hit the Dawn of Hope. But then we lose the ability to have that aggressive start against some decks, which is really important. It's won us a lot of games so far. So bring down Knight of Grace. Pass the turn. Probably just gets shocked here. Yep, that's fine. All right, opponent's finding lots of land. We're finding all of our creature control. I mean, Ixalan's Binding is good. Yep, Lightning Strikes, that's fine. Resolves. Down to 21. Cannot play... I mean, the chance of them having... Oh, my goodness. Yeah, finds more lands. Guys, I don't know about this. All right, there's Knight of Grace. All right, it looks like they do have counters. So we need to be careful of counters now. So past the turn, we have to stick a Dawn of Hope. If we end up finding two, then we can play it into it. At the same time, maybe it was just a shock. They had an answer. They had a response. It might have just been shock. But every turn that we wait here is another chance for them to find it. Oh, this is so bad. So many lands. Down to 16. Past the turn. Ixalan's Binding still pretty good here. Brass's Bounty. Okay. Lots of mana. I mean, big Expansion Explosion is really bad for us. Like, that is something that still can definitely happen here and almost kill us. We're not quite dead at the moment, but Expansion Explosion gets us down to like 3 here. And if they find any more strikes or another Expansion Explosion, then we're in trouble. Now, this is a frustrating way to go. We just found... How many lands in a row is that? That was so many lands in a row that... Yeah, this is definitely an Expansion Explosion, which just looks like a solid deck. I mean, the 1,000-Year Storm, fantastic. Just super fun. Or Banefire, X20. Nice. Can't gain life at the moment. Can't do anything at the moment. I'm going to hold up control and settle the wreckage. Ourselves. Yep. Take that, sir. And then we'll take it. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a hard deck to beat. I mean, they had the answers for what we needed, our stuff early on, and we just never found any of our actual combo pieces. No ways to gain life, which would have gotten us away from that, I think, if we had just been able to gain incremental life. Maybe I should have kept the Fountain of Renewal around a little bit longer, but I think getting card draw, trying to find that Dawn of Hope was better there. So, interesting game. We'll go for one more. All right, up against Captain Sandbag. Bring it on, Captain Sandbag. People's names just crack me up, you know? Hilarious. All right, we're on the draw. We have double History of Benalia. We keep. Pretty simple, man. See lots of those. Keep the hand. Have removal for quick or early creatures. Keep the hand. We have a Dawn of Hope. Doesn't matter. We never actually find it, so not going to happen. All right, is this Wilderness Reclamation? I've been so surprised with the types of decks that we've been running into in normal play mode. It's been kind of frustrating, honestly, to run into so many of the like top tier decks. Like I've run into mono red 3 times, different Esper control decks, which they are a little bit different types of Esper control. I've run into just so many of the top tier decks that it's kind of interesting to keep running into those. Baffling End does stop this, but I think that we want to just get down another History Benalia. We have Lyra for the next turn, so let's go ahead and get rid of their flyer. Yeah, they'll trade, that's fine. We get rid of a blocker for when we have bigger stuff. So, all right, opponent just scoops it up to the double History Benalia. That was pretty good. Again, didn't find the Dawn of Hope that time. Apparently just History Benalia is just a solid card in general. Like maybe just that alone is enough to start winning games. Apparently. All right, so there you guys have it with Dawn Control, and unfortunately, I don't feel like I got as many of these out as I would like. I have been playing this deck a lot on my stream, so if you guys want to check out some more videos there, I do have a bunch of the actual videos on my Twitch stream where I got the Dawn of Hope out a ton of times, and I probably will be playing it again. So I do stream every day, Monday through Friday at least, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for about 3 to 4 hours, and it's super fun time there. So if you guys want to jump in, join, the link is in the description below. We can play. I can show you more of this game there, and that's kind of what my goal is with the stream, is to have it be a place where I can like test different decks that I'm wanting to build and do for the channel, and also play more of the decks that are super fun that we've played, but I only get 4 or 5 games out in these videos, and I would love to get more games out for you guys, and so I do that on the stream. So join whenever you can. It's so much fun. I'm hoping to do like a 24-hour stream here pretty soon, just to kind of get the stream ball rolling. There we go. And super fun. The other announcement I had there, for all those who haven't watched the stream, I'm not streaming this Thursday. My wife has an interview and I got to take the baby for that time, so not doing it this Thursday, which is the 11th of April. There we go. Anyway, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.